It's the very beginning, Genesis chapter 3, verses 20 through 21. It says, "Then man called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. And the Lord God made for Adam and his wife garments of skins and clothed them." And so this is after they've eaten of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Sin is into the world. And what is the first thing that God does for them? Remember, they were naked and unashamed, right? Sin enters the world. Now they see right and wrong. And all of a sudden God says, we have to cover their sin. And so what does he do? He kills an animal. It's the first death in all of creation. He kills an animal and takes the skin to cover their sin. It's a sacrifice, the first sacrifice. And it's the model that we have used over time to worship God, to mimic his act. We mimic his act by offering a sacrifice. This was the first sacrifice, or the first act of worship, God covering the sin of humankind. But notice it required death. And so that's your next fill-in. Sin always requires a sacrifice. Wrong always requires a sacrifice. That is the essence of worship, sacrifice. So we gather to give, not to take, not to receive, not to hear a great message or listen to incredible worship. No, we gather to give, and we give because God gave first. We're modeling his very act, the act of sacrifice.